You're watching Delmarva Life, and every now and then, sometimes we run into a person, we come across a person who just makes you smile. It's as simple as that. Somebody in, like Talbot County Sheriff Deputy John Coleman. Yeah, this, my friends, is a Talbot County deputy doing a TikTok dance with a couple of very lucky kids. And here with us this afternoon is Deputy John Coleman. Thank you for joining us this afternoon.
Yes, sir.
Also, by the way, in case you're curious, this is the very same Deputy John Coleman who was named State Dare Officer of the Year last year. That means a lot to you, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Program I truly, totally believe in.
So, Deputy, tell me about the TikTok video. How did that happen?
Turns out it's one of the kids I've been in his classroom. I believe it may have been one of the 8 schools that I was in. He wanted to do a TikTok video with the police officer, couldn't think of anybody better than his dare officer who had come into his classroom, and he called the sheriff and asked if I would do it. And of course, being the kind of person that I am, I volunteered to help a kid out.
Shy and introverted as you are?
Never have been described as that. Never have. Starts with my mom.
Tell me why a dare officer? Why is connecting with people so important to you?
It just always has. It's a chance to get kids at a point where it's the most important. When you can really make that deep, positive impact. And I try to do it with a lot of energy in the classroom, and even with singing and moving and dancing. Of course, he knew I'd be up for the singing and the dancing, because I even made up a dare song, and he's heard that. He's heard that before as well.
So it seems like the community is really connecting with the Talbot County Sheriff's Office.
Yes, I think overall, yes. Of course, there's always plenty of work to do, and we'll continue that work. But certainly the community does seem to connect with us quite a bit.
So as a dare officer, explain to me what you do.
I go into the classroom. I usually deliver the core curriculum, the elementary curriculum, to 8 different elementary schools throughout our county. I also deliver the middle school curriculum to one of my private schools, the Chesapeake Christian School here in town. And you go in, you teach 10 different lessons. And along with the core curriculum, I choose as a dare officer to be the type of dare officer that also pops in and does the singular 15-minute lessons or so to pre-K through 4th graders as well, and go in at least one time. The young man who asked me to do the video had gotten a singular 15 to 20-minute lesson where I went in and talked to his class as a part of my visit at his school. So you go in and you deliver those 10 lessons, and over those 10 lessons, you offer life skills. It's not just about drugs. It's also about dealing with stress, dealing with peer pressure, dealing with risk and consequences, and communication even. Talk about the regular communication and how to communicate effectively, to be confident when you communicate, but be respectful when you communicate, not being too aggressive, but also not being too passive. We also talk to them about bullying. And that lesson always I approach with a lot of emotion, because I share with them that I've been on both ends of that spectrum as far as bullying, unfortunately, and hopefully sharing my story in high school when I felt that I was being a bully helps the kids figure it out. We also talked about good citizenship, but that I've kind of given you like a nutshell version of what I teach. But in those grades, we talk about safety and good choices as well.
With schools being closed, are you missing your kids?
Oh, big time. Big time. And it's a sharing of energy for sure when I'm in that classroom. And just being a man of faith, I feel like I was called to law enforcement, certainly called to be a dare officer as well. And I teach from my heart. I statement in my graduation is that if I could stand on my head it would make a difference with these kids, I would do it as best I could. Despite being a pretty big guy, I would do it. And usually that's the introduction to, the end of my graduation, where I deliver usually a song at the end of my graduation. And I tell the parents that I will continue to sing the song for as long as kids will listen, and hopefully if I just reach one, it's been worth it. But I dare say, pun intended, that I feel I've reached more than one.
Talbot County Sheriff's Deputy John Coleman, I am so glad that you mentioned that, because it's our understanding that you're looking to fulfill one of your lifelong dreams in the very near future. So could you stick around for just a second so that we can talk about that?
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Okay, we know he can dance thanks to a certain TikTok video with us this afternoon. Talbot County Sheriff's Office Deputy John Coleman, thank you so much for sticking around with us for just a little bit. Now,
yes, sir. Let
me ask you something real quick here. You've got your sights set on Baltimore. Why is that?
My very favorite baseball team, the Baltimore Orioles. Of course, I'm a Ravens fan as well. And my dream is to be able to deliver the national anthem at a Baltimore Orioles baseball game. It has not happened so far. I've sung for our Delmarva Shorebirds, and I've sung for the Bowie Bay Sox, but the Orioles just hasn't happened. I've submitted, but I think a lot of that is just who you know.
Well, I'll tell you what, just in case you haven't had the opportunity to hear him at a Shorebirds game or a Bay Sox game, or hopefully an Orioles game, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to hear Deputy John Coleman sing now. Ladies and gentlemen, John Coleman.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters, this land was made for you and me. As I went walking that ribbon of a highway, I saw above me that endless skyway. I saw below me that golden valley. This land was made for you and me.
And that is how it's done. Ladies and gentlemen, Talbot County Deputy John Coleman. Sir, you know what? The one thing I haven't told you is thank you for everything that you do, not only in uniform, but out of uniform as well.
Well, thank you for that. I feel like a life of service, selfless service is what you should be about. Just as a good citizen, like I teach in Lesson 9 of DARE. I mean, to be a good citizen, it's not all about you. It's about people that you live with. And certainly in a job as a sheriff's deputy, it is indeed a job of service.
And you are the man that there are people that you live for. So, again, thank you very much. Looking forward to that call from the Orioles.
I hope it happens. I hope it happens. I really do want to do that.
It'll happen soon.
Maybe eventually.
It'll happen soon. We're looking forward to it. Thank you so much, Deputy John Coleman. It's wonderful talking to you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.